I'm gonna cut straight to it. The only way you're gonna grow as an artist, you're gonna have to put the reps in. There is no possible way to think your way to having better art. You're gonna have to get down and dirty, put the pen to the pad, the brush to the paper, whatever. You're gonna have to start. You're gonna just have to go ahead and do it. You're gonna have to put the reps in. And your artwork is gonna be bad. But that's all good because you're a beginner. Just like me. My name is Kalanji and welcome to my channel. Just last year, I started drawing again after taking a 13-year break. Last time I drew, I was in high school. Now, I'm 31 years old and I'm restarting my art journey. And there was a lot of things that over this past year that I've learned and I have been growing from, and I'm gonna share some of that with you in this video. If you haven't seen my last video on perfectionism, definitely go check that out because it kind of aligns with this a little bit, but let's go ahead and dive on into this. Like I was saying in the intro, you're gonna create art that doesn't look good. That's inevitable. Every artist has done that. No matter how much you study or plan, there is no shortcut around putting in the reps. You have to get the reps in. You have to practice. You have to put the time in. I ain't saying drawing every day. I ain't saying to do that. But you just have to be consistent at it. Actually actively have to put some energy and time into it if you want to grow at it. Every artist you look up to, every single one of them, went through the same phase where their imagination was ahead of their actual abilities. They could see what they wanted in their head, but their hands just couldn't make it happen yet. And I'm gonna be real with you, oh buddy, I struggle with that. Like I see it vividly, every line, every curve, but for some reason, why? My hand just can't bring it to life yet. That's all because I'm still growing and the reps aren't in there yet. I'm still putting them in. I'm further now than where I was at last year. Last year, have you seen my earlier videos? Hey, it was rough for me drawing heads and portraits. Now, doesn't take that long. I'm actually gotten a lot better at it and I have built that confidence up for drawing portraits. But during that time, that's one of the most frustrating feelings in the world. But here's the thing, most people don't realize. That frustration you have where it's like, dang, I can see it, but I can't grow, but I can't draw it yet. That right there is growth. It's growth. It means your eye, your taste is sharpening faster than your technical skill. And that gap between the two is what pushes you forward. And if you didn't notice what was wrong, you never know how to make it right. Heck, a lot of people at that stage will see that and they'll be like, man, they'll do it a couple times. It's like, man, I can see it, but I can't draw it. And they'll end up giving up. They'll end up giving up like, oh, that's not for me. And the whole time, this has been something that's been their passion, their growth, what their heart yearns for, if that makes sense. And they just give it all up because it's not going the way they want it to, or you can't bring it to life yet. Like it's here, it's just not out here yet, if that makes sense. Hey, during my 13-year break, I'm a professional photographer and filmmaker. So, but during that time, I remember, I put up even on the screen, I remember my very first couple of photo shoots. I hated them. I hated them. I was like, I know I can make really great photos, but when I press the button, why isn't it coming out the way I see it? And it was all up here. I had to put that growth in, had to actively practice the knowledge that I was learning. And eventually it went from these photos to now these photos, where I have photos in magazines published. It's amazing. And same exact thing we're gonna be doing with my art. So we're gonna go from what you saw in my sketchbook tour, my old stuff, to wherever the future takes us, to my own manga, to digital paintings. And I'm bringing y'all along with me on this ride. But you gotta put those reps in. There was times where I'd want to give up and wait until I was better. But that mindset will keep you stuck because improvement doesn't come from waiting. It happens from doing. You don't magically get better between drawings. or whatever creative field you're going in. You get better by actually doing the thing, plain and simple. I had to keep doing photo shoots to get better at photo shoots, just like I have to keep drawing if I want to get better at drawing. So even those messy sketches, even the ones you'll never post, you'll never show, those all help with growth. They're proof that showing up, learning, and building momentum, even when it doesn't look like it. All right, here's a better analogy. Think of it like working out. You can't just think about lifting weights, you have to actually do it. And for the first few times, it hurts. It feels awkward, you feel weak, you're like, God dang, come on, man. But over time, those small, consistent reps, they build your strength. Art works the same exact way. Every line you draw is a rep. Every mistake is a rep. Every failed drawing still strengthens your understanding of form, proportion, light. Even if you don't see the progress right away, it stacks underneath the surface. But here's where a lot of artists get stuck at. They judge their growth too early. They compare their day one to someone else's year 5. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't correlate. Like, you can't do that. And that's gonna mess up your brain, and you're gonna be thinking like, dang, well, they're there, why am I here? I'm like, no, it doesn't work like that. They put in the work. You didn't. You did, but you're not at their level yet. You haven't put in as much work as they did. It doesn't work like that. This is all a skill. It's like the same exact thing. Back to working out. Hey, you got them power lifters out here deadlifting 350 pounds. You would never deadlift a day in your life. You're not about to go and pick up 350 pounds like it's nothing. It doesn't work like that. You don't have that strength, the muscle to do that yet. You have to let yourself be a beginner. You have to be okay with not being okay yet, because that's the only way you'll ever move forward. No one looks at a baby learning to walk and says, wow, you're terrible at walking. We understand that it takes falling, wobbling, and trying again. But when it comes to art, sometimes we forget that same truth applies. You have to stumble through bad drawings before you can run into great ones. Here's something I've learned though. Over this past year, of really just being consistent at drawing and creating artwork, and heck, over my 13 years from me doing like photography and filmmaking, the more art you make, the faster you'll find your rhythm. You'll start noticing patterns, what kind of lighting you love, what colors feel natural, what shapes are easy to you. Like for me, like at first it was hard trying to draw like the luminous head and trying to figure out everything. And I did it so many times that now it's like second nature. I'm at the point, I'm gonna do a whole video on this, but where I take 5 minutes and I just draw like a whole head. I'm not trying to get it to be perfect, but I'm trying to get the lightness and the, just trying to, you can tell that it's an actual person. They got 2 eyes and nose and mouth, and it's not weird and wonky. But anyway, over time, your art starts to develop its own personality, and that only happens from value. One finished piece doesn't define you, doesn't define your art. 100 pieces start to show who you really are as an artist. And you don't get to the 100th without finishing the first 99. It just doesn't work like that. So even when you don't like how something looks, go ahead, push through and finish it, because you can grow from that. Learn what you can from it and move on to the next. Because every finished piece, even the ones that fail, move you forward. And like I said in the other video, I'll say it again here, done is better than perfect, plain and simple. One day you'll look back, you'll flip through the old sketchbook, or scroll down your old posts, and you'll see the difference. You'll realize that work you hated was the foundation for everything that you love now. Every ugly line, every failed portrait, every piece you almost deleted, they all built you up. They all built you to become the artist you're meant to be. You won't remember the frustration as much as you'll remember the fact that you didn't quit. That's what growth looks like. Not a perfect line, not flawless painting, but the courage to keep creating even when you don't like what you see. So if you're in that stage right now where you hate your art, where it feels like you're not improving, just know you are. Every piece you make is one step closer. You might not see it today, but one day you'll look back and realize that this messy, this imperfect sketch, this drawing, this creation, whatever it may be, this frustrating stage was where everything started to change. So keep going, keep drawing, keep showing up, because this is the only way that you'll grow as an artist. That being said, hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any takes on it, feel any type of way, let me know down below in the comments. And if you haven't already done so, and you really enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe, and click that little post notification bell to stay up to date when I drop new content. New video, as of right now, new videos are coming out every Friday. I don't really know what time yet, but every Friday between 12 p.m. and 2 p.m. you can expect a brand new video from me. I am trying to figure out a way that I can do another video too, so I have 2 videos a week. But right now, every Friday, you can expect like a talking head video like this. But I think I'm gonna incorporate like a vlog or something throughout the week as well, just so you guys get to know me a little bit better. But if you want to keep watching my content, I have so many more videos. But if you haven't, go check out my video on perfectionism, or my video on me starting over art at 30 years old. You can go check those out right now by clicking on one of these 2 videos. But until next time, peace.